Evening sunlight warmed my porch as friends gathered casually around the table. Laughter echoed softly, blending with music and clinking bottles nearby. Patrol cars were absent. Tonight was strictly off-duty relaxation. We wore plain clothes, enjoying normal lives beyond the badge. Suddenly, HOA Karen stormed over, clearly offended by our happiness. Her eyes narrowed, scanning us like she smelled criminal activity. "You can't loiter here," she snapped, pointing at my own house. I calmly explained this was my private property. Suspense crept in as she ignored logic entirely. She accused us of running an illegal party without HOA approval. My friends exchanged glances, suppressing amused smiles carefully. Karen scribbled notes aggressively, acting like a federal investigator. "I'm calling 911, she declared, already dialing dramatically. I leaned back, realizing this evening just became interesting. She paced loudly, exaggerating every word into the phone. "Suspicious men gathering, possibly dangerous," she lied confidently. Neighbors peeked through curtains, sensing incoming drama. My buddy quietly whispered, "Does she know?" I shook my head slowly, letting events unfold naturally. Suspense thickened as distant sirens echoed faintly. Karen crossed her arms smugly, convinced justice favored her. She warned us not to run, which was hilarious. We stayed seated, calmly sipping drinks and waiting. Patrol lights flashed at the end of the street. Karen straightened proudly like she summoned reinforcements personally. 2 cruisers rolled up, officers stepping out cautiously. Karen rushed over, pointing wildly at us. "Those men are causing disturbances," she insisted dramatically. Suspense rose as officers approached, scanning the scene. One officer squinted, clearly recognizing a familiar face. Then another froze, eyes widening in sudden realization. Hey, Sarge," he said awkwardly. Aaron spun around, confused by the tone shift. I stood up slowly, nodding calmly. "Evening, officers," I replied, completely relaxed. My friends followed, each flashing badges one by one. The air changed instantly, tension flipping direction. Ow. Karen's face drained of color dramatically. Suspense peaked as realization crushed her authority fantasy. "You're all police," she whispered shakily. One friend grinned, saying, "Different departments, same cookout." Officers apologized immediately for the unnecessary call. Karen tried backtracking, claiming she felt threatened somehow. The officers asked her to explain the emergency call. She rambled incoherently, contradicting herself repeatedly. Neighbors gathered openly now, phones recording everything. Suspense lingered as officers reviewed the 911 recording. Karen's lies echoed clearly through the cruiser speaker. Officers exchanged knowing looks of disappointment. They explained false emergency calls carry serious consequences. Karen panicked, insisting HOA rules required her action. One officer clarified HOA rules don't override criminal law. Karen demanded we be cited anyway. The sergeant calmly told her to stop talking. Suspense surged again as officers requested her identification. She refused, escalating the situation further. Officers warned her clearly, final chance given. Karen shouted louder instead, blaming everyone else. Offs came out, ending her performance instantly. Neighbors gasped as officers detained her properly. Karen screamed betrayal, pointing at the house hysterically. Officers escorted her to the cruiser despite resistance. One friend quietly filmed for documentation. Suspense faded as order returned visibly. Officers apologized again for interrupting our evening. We assured them no hard feelings existed. Karen yelled from the back seat about lawsuits. Nobody responded. The doors closed firmly. Cruisers pulled away, restoring calm to the street. Neighbors laughed softly, shaking their heads. Someone restarted the music, casually. Drinks were refilled, conversations resumed naturally. The mood shifted from tense to legendary. One friend joked this would hit HOA meetings hard. We laughed, knowing paperwork awaited tomorrow. Evening air felt lighter without entitlement nearby. Porch lights glowed warmly as night settled in. House felt safe, respected again. Karen's authority disappeared completely with flashing lights. The neighborhood learned an unforgettable lesson tonight. Power trips crumble fast under real authority. Friendship and professionalism coexisted perfectly. Cameras shut off, but stories were born. We toasted quietly to peaceful neighborhoods. Laughter echoed again, stronger than before. The badge stayed hidden, but power remained. Karen's complaint became a cautionary tale. The HOA stayed silent afterward. Respect returned where it belonged. Night deepened, calm, fully restored. The porch became just a porch again. Friends relaxed, enjoying earned peace. Justice didn't shout, it simply showed up. Karen learned assumptions have consequences. I locked the door smiling, knowing tonight ended perfectly.